Revealing John's Truthful Words, Part 24, and this is still about the helper, or in between the actual text of the helper. But what we're going to do here is start here, and I'm not going to review because this is so separate from what's being said. But here, these verses from here to here are going to be thrown out, and I'm going to speak to them as a group. You are already clean. This does not have anything to do with about going to heaven. So why would Jesus even mention something like this? You're already clean because the words I said, which I have spoke to you, abide in me and I abide in you. A branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides on the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. This is all just mumbo jumbo. And I am the vine, you are the branches, and you abide in me. Nope, again, this has nothing to do with entering into heaven, and Jesus doesn't teach stupidness like this. If in here, anyone who does not abide in me, well, the only thing is you can't live with Jesus until you're in his kingdom. So that's kind of got Jesus just saying stupid words. And if you abide in me, my words abide in you. It's not about Jesus's words abiding in you. It's about you, about your will to obey our Creator. And then here, ask whatever you wish, it will be done. Even though the word wish is kind of funny. The thing here is, this is not a true statement, Our Father glorified me. Now, this is speaking to the text that Jesus has already been crucified, okay, and he's returned. So this text is speaking to this part of the text. A lot of times everything is out of order. Well, we know getting close to the end of John. So here, our Father glorified me, and that's because he is now king in heaven, okay? And he's returned, and he's talking to his disciples. You will bring to me, not bear, but bring. Let me see if I put that word in. Oops, got to get the right mouse in the right hand here. If I go over here and I go to 8, there, and when I click on it over here, the other side will jump up. Whoops, will jump up. Bear, see, it's brought. So I did okay there. Bring to me more fruit, not fruit, but servants. You don't bring Jesus fruit, okay? You'll bring me more fruit. You'll bring more servants by proving to be my disciples. And just as our Father loves me, I also love you. Let me see here. Okay, never mind. I was wondering about whether I added this word or not, but that is the right word there. Just as our Father loves me, I don't need the word also. I love you. Okay. If you keep my commandments, well, let's put it this way. They aren't commandments. Jesus does not give commandments. Let's not confuse the word with what are commandments. You will abide in my love just as I have kept my Father's commandments. he's done more than just keep the commandments from our Creator, so that abide in his love. Now that just is not needed. These things I have spoken, that my joy may be with you. May be with you? I don't think so. And may be full, and your joy may be full. Just got Jesus saying things that aren't really needed for the text to be truthful. That my joy may be with you. I believe in one of these videos, he talks about his peacefulness. So it's more about his peacefulness, not his joy. His joy is different than your joy. So this, my commandment, that you love one another just as I love you. He has said this differently in other places, so but it's not a commandment, that you love one another just as I love you. This would be only speaking to the disciples, and that's not, we want Jesus speaking to everyone here. There is no greater love for others has no one other than this, that. has no one than this, that. Oh, that is funny just to read it written like that. So I added the word some to someone laying down their own life, not his life, because it could be a female, so let's include females, for not just friends, but for others, for another, okay? You, my friends, if you do not do what I command you, no longer do I call you slaves. Jesus called them his disciples. Never does the text call them slaves. In fact, Hebrews never had slaves. So who's ever editing this text does not know what the year of redemption means. Every 7 years, all debt was forgiven. So it was those that were in debtor prison by owing from somebody else that could be hired by someone else to help him, but the wages that he would pay would be to the one that this guy owes or this family owes. And so they're never slaves here. Does not know what his master is doing. That's like I said, as slaves is wrong, so this is wrong. I have called you friends. All the things that you have heard from my Father I have made known to you. This is not when Jesus says all things that I have heard, you can't possibly do this. Or you got to remember, Jesus is saying that he was around before the earth was established. Well, so 13 trillion years later, he has said everything that our Father has taught him. So I don't think so. And that verse is the only verse that's coming out of there that's pretty clean, that can be usable. You did not choose me. That doesn't need to be said. It just needs to be said, I chose you, and that means he said, follow me for them to become the disciples. And now, not that appointed, but assigned. Now, here again, the text is referring that he's assigning them to go out and teach. So it's kind of like this is after he's ascended to heaven and he's come back, this text here. Because so far in John, we haven't gone through anything of him being arrested or betrayed yet. So, not appointed you, but assign you that you should. No, he's telling them to do this, so he's not that you should. You to go, not bear fruit that you're of your fruit. Um, um, this fruit I've talked about before, and we just know that that is just text that makes Jesus sound stupid when he's talking about teaching his gospel is what these words are meaning. I chose you and now assign you to go teach my gospel. Like I was saying, this text is referring to um, after he has been glorified, meaning he's now king in heaven and he's returned to earth, and now he has met up with the disciples by Lake Galilee. Um, he is teaching them what he wants them to do. So it's kind of like the 11 that are there. Um, he wants them in whatever teaching you ask from our Father in my name, he will give to you. Not may give. See how Jesus is using the word may here? That's just, Jesus would not use that word. But the object here is you can see that when we get rid of texts like this and figure out by the story what's going on, Jesus is telling them to go teach my gospel go teach them about others about Jesus and his kingdom in heaven. And whatever you ask from our Father in my name, well, you'd be asking about the teaching of Jesus. Example, some of these parables and things that Jesus said, when you read them and like, how did this get recorded after? And it's not that it was after. I believe the disciples who were the taxmen were able to read and write and were actually writing down what was the story of Jesus and what he was teaching. And between them, they would probably look over each other's notes and write down the best words to mean what we have here. So it would be about whatever teaching, not that you should remain in whatever you ask. No, you should remain. They aren't leaving, they aren't going anywhere. He's assigning them to go. So why should they remain? I think I've beat those up enough to say that those words aren't needed, and the words that I've got are the correct ones. This I command you that you love one another. Well, we just got rid of that verse above because I already know, and if you've been around watching any of these videos, you'll see that's been said other places, and I have left some of those there. It's just not needed right now. Those that will hate you, not if the world hates you, those that will hate you, okay? Not if the world, what the word world has to mean people, because the earth itself can't hate you. So it has to be those that um, will hate you. And I'm using the word will as telling them that this is going to happen to you. So we can see that the text hasn't said that he's sending them out of Israel to the as we know it as the promised land, out into, say, Egypt or other places, or Rome. So the thing here is you know that it has hated me before they hated you. Well, if they don't know about Jesus, it can't be true that they hated him. Hated me before they hated you. Now, why am I leaving those that will hate you, hate me? Yeah, I think I need to get rid of the D. Hate me. Those that will hate you, hate me before they hated you. Yes. I think I need another comma in here. Hate me before they hated you. Meaning that they first had to herb Jesus, and then it was kind of like unbelievable. So now we hate you for talking about someone who we dislike or they won't. Maybe the word isn't hate. This is 18. So let me go over here. I was thinking that maybe the word is something related to dislike me, because hate is a stronger word. Let me see here. How can I do this? Push that button, and then you see it on the screen. You see it here, and it's hate, hated, 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 hating. Okay, so if I change that word to dislike you, I think that is more of a truthful. Those that will dislike you dislike me before they dislike you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Um, those who dislike you. Whoops. Gotta make that 11. And then I'm just gonna quickly. And these have a D on the end here. This had a D, so that's. And this. Okay, so now the thing here becomes those that will dislike you disliked me before they disliked you. Yeah, I like that a lot better than what I had before. Um, let's see. They love their own will. Oh, I even like the word dislike even better now. If you were of the world they would love their own. Okay. Um, so this is this is real good here. They love their own will, the will that they have. They don't want to be obedient to our Creator and then obedient to Jesus. So it has to be their own will, not their own. They love their own. They only love their own because they have their own will to love them or or to love them. They they don't love. Let's see. What is the word love over here? That doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, it's used all the way as love, but kiss for 3 times. But let's see. They, yeah, that word needs to be changed. Well, no, it's they love their own will, I guess. Um, I'm thinking they honor their own will, they respect their own will, they, I guess love is okay word. It kind of works. In other words, I'm thinking of Let's try the theorist, see what is that. Um, nope. I guess it has to be love. I can't think of a better word. Their own will, because they are not for them. Well, this would be added. So because you are not for them, not the world, but you are not for them. And I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. They, again, until Jesus just got done explaining what the word hate was, or not hates, but dislikes. So it needs to be brought down, and done like that. So they love their own will because you are not for them. You're for Jesus. Okay. Let me see here. Remember the word that I have said, you're a slave, no greater than master, if they prosecute me. So this part here is pretty much why it's not about it being a slave at all. Like I said, it's about your will. If they persecuted me, but they did persecute them, so the word if is wrong. So we have left persecuted me. Don't need these words here, because we remember the text is going to be reading like this: dislike me before they disliked you. They love their own will because you are not for them. So they will mock you, not persecute you, but mock you. Persecute would be an extreme situation, and it's very possible that would happen, especially if the disciples are going to go out and try to tell them, hey, all your gods are false. So this is the truth of you should be knowing. And those that would be in strict power and trying to hold power over people by beliefs, they would have you killed. So, but it's the common people I'm talking about here. They will mock you, just the normal disbelievers, for keeping my word. By keeping his word, the word keeping here is referred to, go and teach my gospel. So, and I'm going to stop here. So we'll see. Okay, I gotta finish it here before I stop. I just seen that note to myself here that says stop, because I need to separate these. These things the things they will do to you are not in my name. All these things they will do but the only thing is this prosecuting becomes a mock, for you to keep the words. Keep, they will also prosecute you if they, my words, I'll keep your word. No, this verse, these words here went together. And these are the next sentence here. So, I don't need these words here. And this makes sense now when it's written this way. The things that they do to you are not in my name. And this means that they were mocking you, so they weren't doing it in his name. Uh, they're not in my name. Those things that you do, they do to you. are for my name. They're not in my name, but are. Does the word not need to be there? The things they will do to you are for my name. So my names, my names. I'm just trying to. Oh, it's namesake. It's here, and then goes this way. So my name's sake, and we don't need the word sake for the word name here in my name. I changed the word because to for, and that for they do not know the one Jesus doesn't know who sent him. So I don't need this here, these words here. Do not know whom sent me. And that is, like I was saying, that when they go and teach about the true creator, their gods are false. Um, Jesus is Jesus is saying just exactly this. Um, the things they do to you are for my name. The things they do to you, things they do to you are for my name. I'm trying to think of the punishment, the killing of them, um, the actual reasons are for Jesus' name, for they do not know whom sent me. Yes, that would be the reason. Yes. Okay, I just had to reason it out in my head. Um, had I not come and taught my people, and yes, spoken to taught them, but it was, oh, he went to his people, meaning the Hebrews, but they weren't all for him, so they had to be for his people, so they understood they were going to heaven and to hang in there. You're witnessing what our Creator promised, and this would have been his people, not just to them. They would have not sinned. Okay. No, that's not true. They don't understand what the word sin means here. When they're putting this into, they would not have sinned. Taught my people, they would have not sinned. But they're always, everybody sins. We just aren't dedicated enough um, to obey our Creator, command all His commandments. They would not have sinned. So this is just a very untruthful sentence, okay, or words. That's why our Creator. Anyways, they have no excuse for their sins. I taught my people. I did not come, and had I not come and taught my people, let's see, had I not come and taught, had I not come and taught my people, they have no excuse for their sins. I like the word now being put back in, so but I'm not come and taught my people. Now they had no excuse for their sins. I don't know about this verse here. Because those who hate me hate our Father. This needs to be reversed. And that's what's going to happen to this verse. Those who hate our Father hate him. So I'm going to recorrect this verse here. Those who hate our Father, those who hate our Father hates me. So I'm just switching those two words around. Now, oops, I should have made this. Oh, this will be yellow. This will be yellow, and I'll designate it as. That should be easy enough to understand. I changed those words around. Now that I have those who hate our Father hates me, have I not come and taught my people? Had I not come and taught my people they have no excuse for their sin? Had I not come and taught my people? Jesus goes out and tells the people about his kingdom. Now they have no excuse for sinning. Sinning. ING. Oops. For sinning. And that is better. Had I not come and taught my people, now they have no excuse for sinning. Well, it's almost like I don't want this verse to even exist. Had I not come and taught my people, now they have no excuse for sinning. And that would mean because he is telling them they have to obey the Father before come to him to be able to enter into heaven. So sinning needs forgiveness. Okay. Now they have no excuse for sinning because Jesus has taught them because you need his forgiveness to enter into heaven. So no more sinning, okay? And what are sins? Well, they are the 12 commandments that you're supposed to live by. And I'll leave you with that text right there and say that these are what are the 12 sins that you need not to do for Jesus to uh, forgive you to enter into heaven. So if you do these, you are supposed to be asking Jesus for your forgiveness. You don't talk to some priest or talk to another person. They can't forgive you. They can't tell you how to say 5 Our Fathers or 5 Hail Marys. That's just a joke to me, that people think that they just don't understand who Jesus is. So they've been corrupted and deceived and been brainwashed as far as I'm concerned. But don't you be brainwashed. These are the 12 commandments. Um, obey them the best you can. And if not, talk to Jesus. Okay? Ask for his forgiveness.